Welcome to Spellbound Waiters Black Friday Night Edition, and we're glad to have you with us. We always appreciate you viewing. Alongside my colleague, Wild Bill Money, this is Jesse James, and hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving. Wild Bill, good to have you here.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm just so excited. We had a great day after Thanksgiving, and now we're looking at a really incredible weekend that's coming up. And how was your day today, Jesse?
Well, I got to tell you, my day was absolutely wild. And for most of our followers and our clients out there, if you were involved in that North Carolina State, North Carolina football game, I mean, you saw all elements of, I don't know, hopefully you found the liquor cabinet after watching the end of that game, but that was unbelievable. But amongst some others today. But my day was pretty good overall. I got very fortunate to come out ahead in that game because I did play a money line bet on the NC State Wolfpack instead of laying the 5 because I thought the line was a hen high. But I'm a Wolfpack fan, and I don't want to bore everybody with this, but you know, our plan was going into that game was play money line NC State, thought it might drift up a bit more, and then maybe do a buyback and take the points and try to hit it in the middle, thinking it could very well be a 3-point type of game or 4 or whatever. Well, sure enough, late in the game, not to over recap, but late in the game, North Carolina is up 30-21 with under 2 minutes to go. Looks like the Wolfpack got no shot. Well, Devin Leary gets them in the end zone. They score, kick the extra point, 30-28, onside kick. There we go. They get the ball back, score again, and they win the game 34-30. So, goodness, what a win for the Wolfpack. Another brutal loss for Mac Brown and the Tar Heels. But anyway, that's my story for that game today. But my day was pretty good overall.
Well, that's great. That's great, Jesse. We're thinking about tomorrow and this weekend. And so looking forward, what do you have for us for tomorrow?
Boy, it's a big weekend, as everybody knows, in college football, starting right off 9 o'clock Pacific time. And Ohio State visiting Michigan, obviously a huge game. And, you know, it'll be crazy up there in Ann Arbor tomorrow in the big house, as we all know. And Jim Harbaugh sure got the pressure on him to finally win one. Obviously, they're 8.5-point underdogs to Ohio State, who's really good. And, you know, while my heart's with Michigan, I don't bet with my heart. So I just think it's going to be really tough for the Wolves to compete because those Buckeyes are tough. But that would be my lean. But in the big house, it'll be crazy up there. And one day I'll tell you all my sushi story about going to the big house. It's the coolest stadium ever, because I got to say this real quick, but you know, it's, you know, 100,000+ people go to the, I mean, it's crazy. And the stadium is sunken down in the ground. Like if you're outside the stadium, the field is way below ground level. So the noise just reverberates in there like amazing.
It's a good thing they don't use cowbells there, right?
I know, no cowbells like in Starkville. I know. Gosh, tough beat.
Yeah, that would hurt everyone's ears. They probably have ear problems with those cowbells. And that sunken down, nuts. Right?
You're totally right. The echoing going on with all that. Oh my gosh. So, but there's some great games tomorrow. Obviously, it's a big college football Saturday. Full schedule tomorrow before we get into championship week. And I just wanted to mention a game, and then I want to turn it over to you because I want to talk about Del Mar real quick. But, you know, there's, you know, 3 games we've kind of isolated tomorrow a little bit. and we're going to put this on our website, spellboundwagers.com, our offer with your $25 Spellbound loot, which is complimentary, first time subscribers, free, get our packages for tomorrow and Sunday, which there's a lot of good wagers left on this week. But the whole, a couple off the marquee games, which is we really try to seek out to get some benefit. But the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors are going to Laramie, Wyoming to play the Wyoming Cowboys tomorrow. And they're getting 11 points. And the line is just exorbitant on this game. And you know, it's a big game because for bowl eligibility for Hawaii, and we really like the Rainbow Warriors in Hawaii in that side. Cordero quarterback, he's really good, and think you're going to get the 110% effort out of the Warriors tonight and might win the game outright, getting 11 points. So we think they're a really good play tomorrow. But
And what time is that game?
that game is a 12 noon kickoff Pacific time. So it's worth taking a look at the Rainbow Warriors tomorrow.
Okay.
And that's a lot of points. And Wyoming's played really good the last couple of weeks. And so the line's inflated a bit on the Wyoming Cowboys.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think Hawaii, they'll be able to adjust to that elevation, 7,000 square feet or 7,000 foot elevation, whatever it is, you know.
Mhm.
But no, they're good. Todd Graham's a good coach, and it's a big game for him. So I got to see that being relatively low scoring and competitive. And if you can get 11 points with the Rainbow Warriors, seems like a good take.
Wow, that's a really good synopsis of the whole game. And you know, that's one thing about gambling is if you have a reason to bet, like Jim just explained, and you have this real great reason, well, if you do that over the year and you always have a good reason on why you're making the bet, and you have like specifics of why, well, you're over the year, you're probably going to be a very successful gambler. But if you just go on a hunch, or because you went to that school, or you just wanted to bet to have action, well, I don't think you're going to be successful over a long period of time. So if
Well said.
if you have Jim's passion for what he believes about that game, now Jim may lose that game. I've seen it before, but because his passion's the same for all his bets, he ends up winning over the long term, which is what we're trying to get everyone to understand. And that, I think that's the reason we're here.
That's very well said. And like that game, you know, it wouldn't be a full bankroll bet on that game at all. I mean, it's a modest bet, but that's sure a good side. And you said that very well, that, you know, it's a patient, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint in sports betting. And, you know, you just want to be consistently win. You're going to have your losers. The randomness in football and basketball, missing free throws and fumbles and missed tackles, you can't control all that. So you just try to get the line advantage, which I think you're getting with Hawaii tomorrow because of Wyoming's performance the last 2-3 weeks. They really kind of exceeded expectations. And there's going to be a lot of running in the game. Both offenses are going to run the ball, so they're going to eat up a lot of clock. So it's going to be hard to cover 11 points if you're Wyoming, in our opinion. And
Right.
You know, Del Mar today, there's 2 more days at Del Mar. And I know you had a great winner in the first race today, a runaway winner, and I believe a winner in the 5th, if I remember your card correctly.
It was a shaky day, Jim. I have to admit, I might have squeaked out a couple bucks, but I didn't lose. So that was a success. Did I botch a bunch of bets? Yes, I did. Did I win the day before? Yes, I did. You know, I won the pick 5. I won my best bet of the day. I came down from that, you know, crest that I was on, and I got humbleized a little bit. But I saved myself with the way we want you guys to bet. So I had one of my worst days and I broke even. So that's kind of what we're trying to teach you guys.
That's really good. Yeah, let's see, that's great strategy and horse betting. If you can do that, because would you agree, Bill? I mean, here and there, you have to take some shots at horse betting, right?
Yeah, and so you've got more of ammo. You know, if you think about football, you really want to just win the games you bet, and we want to win all the horse races we bet. But it's kind of more creating a tiny portfolio of where you put your money and how you structure your bets. It's not all about the selections. It's all about where you put your money and what you're going to bet. The selections are really important. But if I just tell you guys the 1, 2, 3 place finisher of every race that I think, you guys will have no idea how to bet it. And that's not what I want to do. I want to give you, I didn't really handicap Del Mar very extensively, but I did a pick 5 in the first 5 races, but it's not going to help you guys because it's just too many horses. I have to narrow it down.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't really check it out close enough to know if I want to play some win bets or place bets. I just wanted to see if I could figure out the first 5 races, who could actually win the race, and then put them all in there. And then I'll start dividing them out as I start handicapping more and more. So I have no exactas or win bets for you guys in the top 5 races.
That's
Race
good.
8,
And as you get time to narrow it down, that's something that you could install in your package once they subscribe to spellboundwagers.com and get your package, and whatever your highlighted plays would be, they get those with an analysis.
yes, and I tell you exactly why I want you to bet the horse and why I think it's going to win. And that's really important because if you can't say why you believe it's going to win, then it's not a good bet. So anyways,
When you give a question though, when you give an analysis on a horse race that's a posted all access package, I mean, you not only give them the bet structure and the horse or the horses if it's an exacta, but you give them a brief analysis as well, correct?
yeah, that's what I was just going to say. That's why I complimented you on the way you talked about Hawaii and Wyoming. You gave a complete analysis of why you picked Hawaii. So that's what we do in our whole business, and that's what I was trying to say. Anyways, so the race that I looked at more was race 8. It's a 6.5 optional 40 claimer. There's good horses in the race, and you've got the Irod brothers here because of the big race. I think it's the race before or after. I think it's the race before. But anyways, Escape Route, Irod Ortiz is on. He's the fastest of the closers in the race. So I believe he's the best closer. Now, I'm worried about the speed. There's the 2 and the 4 have really good speed. The fastest horse is probably Sumo, the 10 horse. It's a Baffert, Prot's on. I really liked the way that horse performed last time out. And I was a little disappointed with the fade at the end. But the other horse was so darn good that I don't think that other horse is in this race. You know what I mean? So to me, it's an exacta box right now. I may take one over the other based on more research, but I think it's between those 2 in race 8, Escape Route and Sumo. Now, I still am going to bet win in place on Escape Route because I'm a closer type of person. When there's a lot of speed and it's going 6.5, I kind of like to take a closer, and that's just my personal handicapping. You guys may want to take Sumo over Escape Route more than I take Escape Route over Sumo. But I think you should not box them. I think you should try to pick a side.
Pick a side. It makes a lot of sense. Well said there. And you can base your bet on that. Yeah.
So I'll give more information on our website.
No, that's really good.
About the race. But that's one of the most races and like I said, I'm not prepared. I bet all day, and I already handicapped for that. I haven't
Oh, it's
really.
been crazy today, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's not enough time in the day, so I don't want to pretend like I'm this expert and give you
No,
guys horses that I haven't researched. So
no.
the races 1 through 5 are still in stage 1 of my handicapping. It still has to get through stage 5 for me to bet.
Got it.
Race eight, I probably went through stage 3, and I just gave you out sumo and escape route, and I still have 2 more stages to go in my handicapping. So it is what it is.
So before our clients get any of those picks, there's going to be some more research done.
Well, yeah, like I said, I came unprepared. I'm sorry. It's just
No,
the way
you're
it is.
fine. It's you got a long time before the race, so you got plenty of time to do that, and there are a lot of factors to put in there, and that's the
No,
way
it
we
will
work.
be.
We get good information, right?
Oh, totally. It's just truth. And what I'm trying to do is, when I get to stage 5 on all the races, I'll know which ones to tell you what to bet, and that'll be on our paid selections on spellboundwagers.com. And I promise you, if you buy it at 9 a.m. tomorrow, that those bets will be on, and we'll get a better system going forward. But trust me, if you guys want to get my selections tomorrow, I have plenty of research to do tonight. So
Very good. Yes, we work some long hours in this business researching all these games and races. And to touch on a couple more quick college football games tomorrow, which again, you can get them on our site through our package, but in Conference USA, there's a big game tomorrow with Charlotte. The 49ers are playing Old Dominion. Old Dominion obviously has been playing great the last 4 weeks. And this is a bowl eligible battle, but with both teams having 5 wins tomorrow. And Charlotte, great quarterback, Chris Reynolds, going there, and they're getting 9.5 to 10 points, depending on where you shop tomorrow. We think the 49ers are worth a look, taking the points against Old Dominion. And one of our most liked plays of the day in football tomorrow, Western Kentucky is playing Marshall at Marshall. Bailey Zapp's the quarterback for Western Kentucky, who is just fantastic, and they got him through the transfer portal from Houston Baptist, where he was so good. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bailey's in the NFL slinging it for somebody. But Western Kentucky's worth a great look tomorrow against the Marshall Thundering Herd. I think they're 1-point underdogs on the latest line, but so we're taking a look at those games tomorrow. We'll have some more up on our website, and we invite you to follow us on Twitter as well, at Wild Bill Money and at Director JJ29. And our website is spellboundwagers.com. And as always, we appreciate you guys being with us and taking the time out of your evening to join our show. And closing comments, Wild Bill?
I just want to say it was a pleasure talking to Jesse James about the wagers, and you guys, good luck tomorrow. This is really the best that you can possibly get, is just take advantage of the Spellbound loot and just dive in for free and stop trying to just win off our free selections, because the free selections are good, and with that, we put a lot of thought into them, and we want them. Obviously, we bet them ourselves, but they may not be our 4 or 5 star plays. We still bet them, but to get the 5-star plays and to really get what we're doing, just try us one time, please. You can't. You have nothing to lose. So have a great night, you guys. It was a pleasure talking with everyone, and we hope to keep doing this in the future. Keep going, and winning, and winning, and going, and going.
good luck on Saturday tomorrow to all, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.